Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at a game called Top Hunter, and this is also known as Top Hunter Roddy and Cathy, created by SNK in 1994 for the NEO GEO arcade cabinet, and this was suggested by YouTube user Charlie Cat. This is a very amusing little platformer slash run and gun type of game. And it probably had a great influence on the later game Metal Slug, which was also for the NEO GEO. But this has two different adventurers who are cyborgs, and they have an arm that can extend, and they can reach across and grab enemies. And yes, this is part of the 100 Mega Shock series of games. You can play two players simultaneous play as both Roddy and Cathy, and one isn't better than the other as far as I can tell. They can both do the same kinds of moves. I think I remember seeing this in the arcades. I never really played it, but it is definitely cute. The graphics are very good. There are various special moves you can do, and you can see some of them in the attract mode. Some of them I will pull off in the actual gameplay. You can do like a diving kick. You can do an uppercut. You can do a ground wave. You can shoot fireballs. They steal some of the moves from famous fighting games of the time, like Street Fighter or Fatal Fury. But you can punch with one button, and if you hold down A button a little bit longer than just tapping it, you can reach across. Most of the smaller enemies, when you grab them, you will just slam them behind you. But the bigger ones, you can grab and then hold above you, and then you can throw them at other enemies. And you have a button to jump. Here you can select which stage to start on. There's 4 different stages. There's fire, ice, forest, and there's one other one, I forget what it is, but we'll look at all of them. We'll start on forest, and there was a fireball I used, and that's down, down, forward, forward, and punch, just like in Street Fighter. But yeah, the smaller enemies you tend to just slam behind you once you grab them. The bigger enemies, you can grab them and then just hold them over your head. And the enemies will usually give you coins. Now there will be a lot of rings that hang overhead, a lot of chains, and you can reach up with your bionic arm and pull down. You can shift into the background, just like in Fatal Fury. Here you do it by just one button. And sometimes you will get time increase icons. Some enemies will push boulders or fire projectiles. You want those time restore icons. Watch out for the wall that the guy can push over. Big things that can fall on you can automatically kill you. You have a life bar, but some things, yeah, they can drain it instantly. But yeah, there's the fireball that you can pull off. And the moves are exactly the same for either Roddy or Cathy. If you are in a tank, you can get in a tank, just like in the later Metal Slug games. If you get in a tank, you can push over those stone walls. But yeah, you press... there I flattened him and he turned into paper. The same thing can happen to you. But the exaggerated animations of the characters sometimes is really funny. Sometimes there will be little cranks or switches you can pull to make something happen. there will be numerous sub-bosses. And here you have to destroy their flying vehicle by destroying little parts of it. This reminds me of an older game called Toki. There was a flying ship just like that. But note that a common enemy of this game is a guy with glasses and sort of a World War I type of outfit. You can pick up guns. You have very limited use of them. They run out of bullets real quick, but you just press down when you stand over a gun that an enemy dropped. And once you run out, you can throw the gun itself at the enemies. Those spores or whatever that is will hurt you, I believe. And here's the first actual boss. Each world has 2 stages that you have to complete. If you get close to this guy, you can nail him with a lot of punches. You will see this guy a lot in the game. He will reappear a lot. He can do a charge right through you. But yeah, if you get up close, you can nail him with a lot of attacks, and he has a dive kick attack that can be that can hurt you. And there I was doing some fireballs on him. But yeah, you'll see the boss's life bar at the bottom of the screen. And you can try to block some of your attacks. Well, the Super Bowl's only 1 week away, folks. Hope you have some plans to, a big feast to spread out for whoever you're inviting over. And that's the end of that half of the world. And you see a bounty poster for whatever boss you're going to face at the end of that world. Yeah, remember, with the press of one button, you can jump into the background, and you'll need to use that a lot in this game. If you see a chain that you can't pull, then you probably need to jump to the background or back to the foreground if you're in the background. And you'll see this guy a lot too. This is sort of a mini boss. But here you can get rid of him instantly if you pull that chain and have that boulder hit him. That boulder can hit you and kill you automatically as well. We will soon see a bonus stage. And there will be a bonus stage. I don't know if it's on every level. But not always will you get good things from pulling a chain. Sometimes there will be bombs dropped on you or something. Those bushes have enemies in them often, so watch out when you approach one. And there's the bonus stage. And you can't die in this as far as I know, but you can get energy back, and you collect bonus coins. I'd imagine it's possible to get all of them, but it's not very easy. There's mines and stuff that get in your way. Yeah, I don't know what happens if you get them all, but it's really hard to do. You just need to reach the end. You can get a special power from some enemies or from some icons, and this will make you stronger. You can still take damage, but your attacks will be stronger versus the enemies, and any special attacks you make will be stronger. I needed to get out of the way of that, because that would have killed me automatically, whether I had special power or not. This is kind of a fun game. I kind of like it. I think this had like a Sega Genesis port or something. But it's a funny game. You know, if you like your run and guns, platform jumping type of games a little more lighthearted than violent, then this is probably going to be right up your alley. But yeah, you can easily run out of time, so do not hesitate to collect those time increase icons. These guys, you need to hit them 3 times, then you can get past them. You can jump over them while they're flat. And then you can use that switch to lower that boulder onto the enemies and crush them. And now I've got a gun again. Yeah, the guns have very limited use. I don't really like jumping into the mechas. The mechas really, they don't have much use, I don't think. They're stronger, but you can do a lot more moves with your regular guy. Now this boss is easy. You just grab the mines that it spits out and throw it right back. And it's not done yet. And you can grab a mine right as soon as it appears out of his mouth. And just keep throwing it until that vehicle is destroyed. And that's the end of that stage. And now we get to select from the remaining 3 worlds. That look of the wireframe planet rotating makes me think of an old show, or an old news short called In the News that would show on Saturday morning cartoons on CBS. It looked just like that. It was just like a news short for kids. And there was another move I could make. The moves you can make, there's like a fireball, which is down, down, forward, forward, and punch. There's a slide you can do, down, down, forward, forward, and B. Then you hold down, forward for a couple seconds, and then press A. And you can do a turn or a flash kick. And this is the ice planet. You gotta keep moving while those ice statues form, or they'll hurt you. And if you hold upwards for a couple seconds and press down and A, you can do an atomic bomb. If you hold downwards and then press upwards, you can do a rolling attack. And if you press forward, down, and down, forward, and A, you can do a rolling upper. Here there's going to be avalanches or giant snowballs. You can have the special power plus get in a mecha. You don't want to land on those spikes. These Yeti here are easy. You just go up to them and just keep punching them, and you'll eventually take them down. And then there's a big one up there. But yeah, these guys are super easy. You have to use your robotic arm to reach up and grab a ledge, and then you can pull yourself up. Nothing happens if you nothing special happens if you pick up the power twice. You'll be no more powerful than the first one. These guys I hate. Just try to get past them however you can. You have 3 lives, and when you need to continue, you will just pick up right where you left off, which is great. Yeah, always pick up those extra time icons whenever you can. The snowmen are a disguise of the guys with the World War I outfits. And now here is this boss of the ice planet. And they have a serpent flying around. And the boss is in a mech. Just keep, this is the same guy we saw earlier. Just keep decking him when you get close. Here, I'm gonna take your mech. Just wait until he jumps back down to the plane that you're on, and then go over and start decking him. He suffers more damage when I'm in the mech. Hey, damn it. Just die already. There, I threw something at him. Yeah, you just have to kill him. You can't kill the dragon thing. And that was the first boss we faced of the ice planet, and then we're gonna face the second boss. Yeah, these guys that pop out are very sneaky, so you gotta watch out for them. Yeah, I was not ready for those guys. Yeah, the coins are just bonus points. And there's these knights again. Note that the floor is slippery. It's got ice. If you beat those knights twice, then they will die. Instead, punch them 3 times, and then you could just get past them. But I'll just kill him. There we go. Yeah, again, if you can't seem to grab the chain, then you probably need to jump to the other plane and then grab it and pull it. Well, I needed those time up icons. There are ones that just grant you like 5 seconds, and there are ones that grant you more than that. Probably like 10 or 20 seconds. You can never fall to your death in this game. It's kinda nice. Keep that in mind. Whoops, I was not ready for Mr. Yeti there. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell whether you can jump into a background or not, or how you do it. There, I ran out of lives. So I will put in my initials, and I will decline the opportunity to continue right there. But we will look at least snippets of the rest of the levels. SNK. 100 Mega Shock. There, I made the list. I made 4th place. But we will look at snippets of the rest of the game. We got halfway through this stage, and the boss at the end, of course, will be the final boss of the ice level, or the ice world. There was the uppercut move. But again, both Roddy and Cathy can do the same exact moves. And there's the fireball. And some of the moves I couldn't make, but I think we saw those that I couldn't do in the attract mode. Yeah, there's a jumping dive attack. That's not hard to do. I just kind of forgot about it. This wave won't hurt you, it will hurt the enemies. You gotta keep moving forward, because now the battleship will shoot missiles at you. We'll scoot forward and I'll get back in the mech again. Those statues are of the final boss character. I don't know what's flying off the mech as you attack. weird little parts coming off of it. But here is the final boss of the ice world. And they just pop out of the ground. You gotta watch out for the bits of ice that fly off. And she has a serpent flying around too. I think her name was Misty or something. And now we can choose from those 2 remaining levels, wind and fire. Yeah, in the news was a short for kids with news in it, and it would air on Saturday mornings during a cartoon break on CBS. I remember it a lot in like the early 80s. I was trying to do some of the other moves and they didn't want to work. But we'll move on ahead. At this point I had put on, I think, invincibility or infinite energy. Ooh, I got that to work. But moving forward, we'll face the boss, or maybe this is a mini boss, and this is that guy again. We've seen him many times before. Looks like the Midwest or something, American Midwest, like a tornado's about to hit or something. Like Kansas or something. But again, this is the wind planet, so I guess it fits. And now here is the boss of this part. Now you can either hit him or you can hit those little orbs that are trailing behind him. They will both hurt him, but you gotta watch out for his laser. And you can throw those mines back at him. Yeah, watch out when you go to pick up the mines, they will explode and they can hurt you. Yeah, hurt him either by punching his vehicle or those mines, or whatever those orbs are that trail behind him. They will both hurt him. Then you see him crash in the background. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw this like once before in the arcade on the NEO GEO cabinet, but I didn't play it. And now we are at the final planet, which is automatically chosen for you because that's the only one left. And this is the fire planet. This has a little minecart sequence here. You don't get to ride minecarts. There are other bonus stages. There's one on this stage that I'd seen. I hate this guy. If you can avoid these cannon-type enemies, do so. Jump to a different plane to avoid them. Jump past them if you can, whatever. And I hate those guys too. You can get food items to restore your health. Just not as often as like a time restore or bonus point items. Yeah, you are stronger when you have this power. You can destroy minecarts. You can push walls over, maybe. Here I needed to use my bionic arm to reach over and grab that lever and pull. That's how you're able to get across without jumping in the lava. And there's stone statues that can be destroyed or they'll breathe fire on you. And now here's the first boss of the fire planet. I've got invincibility, so I'm just gonna go close and punch this guy. And it's the same guy we've seen a million times that was in the mecha. I don't care for the mecha too much. You're just much more nimble outside of the mecha, and you can do the special moves. You can't do the special moves when you're in the mecha, you know, like the uppercut or the fireball or whatever. We'll just zip forward to me beating him. There we go. Yeah, again, you could play two players simultaneous play as one player as Roddy and one player as Cathy. A little bit later after the start, you'll see a Wendigo in a cage, and you have to let him out. Oh well, he'll get out on his own, and you need to get past him so that you can pull that crank and drop that rock on him. Ouch. There we go. And there's time restore. Yeah, you can easily run out of time if you're not careful. Yeah, jump to the foreground and background to avoid those boulders. It's easy to run out of time, and when you do, you are dead. You will lose a life. You can't jump right between all of these rock walls. You might need to break them in order to get the power-ups behind them or in between them. See, I can't jump in between there. I'll jump over here and just destroy them. There we go. I've got power again. And now here's this boss. This boss is hard. The only way to hurt the boss is to hit its head. And it will try to smack you around with its two hands. You can throw boulders at the head if it's exposed. I love that when you turn into paper from being squished. I think that's hilarious. There is when you can start hurting the head. And the head is the only thing that can take damage. But yeah, finally, once you beat the boss, then you are, I didn't get a bonus for running it because I ran out of time once. Then you get this sequence after having beaten all those planets. The Great Klapton is the name of the final boss. I hope his first name isn't Eric. And once again, you can sometimes punch levers or cranks, and you'll get something. And here's that airship thing again from way earlier. You'll see recurring bosses on this stage. Those can squish you. Good, there's more time restore. I really don't like these guys. I want to try to get past them. There we go. And now I'm in the mech again. You have to watch out for these presses. Once the press has come down, then you can walk right through it without getting hurt. And now here's a mini-boss. You've seen this guy a million times already. And then you'll face this guy, a giant fodder guy. And he can slide right through you and hurt you. This guy takes a long time to beat. And I'm running out of time. And again, you die if you run out of time. I had to take off invincibility so I could die. There we go. But yeah, you pick right up from where you left off. And this seems like it's going to be the last boss of the game, but not quite. There, I've got a few shots and the gun to throw at them. Oh no, this is the easy boss. Just keep throwing the mines back at him. Oops. You gotta watch out for the ones that fly out of the vehicle real fast. I got pretty clumsy here. Oh well. Yeah, just die already. And again, you can steal a bomb right as it's coming out of the vehicle and throw it back at him. And now here's another boss. This is this that Misty gal from earlier in another vehicle? Yeah. Destroy her, and then you've got these orbs again, but this time you need to use mines on the vehicle, unless you can get up close and punch it a bunch of times, nail it with some fireball attacks or other special attacks. There we go. You got a lot of bosses to beat in this final area. Ouch. Yeah, that flamethrower can hit you even if you're ducking. Let's scoot forward to me killing it or destroying it. And no, it's not over. Now we see the Klapton guy, not Eric Clapton. This dragon head thing, you can steal parts from his neck and throw them back at him, or hit his head when he's close. But he can also chew you, and that'll kill you automatically. And he can breathe fire at you. Yeah, punch his head when he's close, or throw parts of his neck back at him. It's disgusting. And now it's you and Klapton. There was my uppercut. I put on a cheat that gave me infinite power. I just wanted to beat him quicker. But yeah, he can get close to you and slash you with his swords, hurt ya. he was wearing a wig. You get a really nice clear bonus. And that is my game of Top Hunter, also known as Top Hunter Roddy and Cathy, created by SNK in 1994 for the NEO GEO arcade cabinet. Did he steal his wig? Here is the ending sequence for Top Hunter. Pretty good graphics, really. This isn't the strongest NEO GEO title of its time, but it's definitely playable and cutesy and fun, and very influential, it would seem, on the Metal Slug series. The Metal Slug series did not come out for another couple years, or the first game anyway. Waving the white flag, we give up. Very funny, amusing, interesting little game. Yeah, I like the fact that you can't fall to your death in this game. You can fall in lava or something and get hurt, but you won't automatically die. But you do have to watch out for like big things that can squish you and automatically kill you. And don't let yourself run out of time. Get those extra time icons. But that was Top Hunter by SNK in 1994 for the NEO GEO cabinet.
SNK.
I love that part of the attract mode. The 100 Mega Shock. Here's Cathy. But Cathy and Roddy both play pretty much exactly the same. I like the slot machine motif. That was Top Hunter, also known as Top Hunter Roddy and Cathy by SNK in 1994 for the NEO GEO cabinet. This is Crazy Climber 80 saying thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy the upcoming Super Bowl next week. Patriots and Rams, who's gonna win? I will catch you later with another video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.